I'm the king of the world!
In 2022, after 2 long years of watching nothing at the cinemas, the first film I watched at the theater was the much-awaited and anticipated Gangubai Kathiawadi. I loved the film initially, as I do with most, but seeing it for a second time on Netflix, I could see a lot of flaws. Yet, I was the first to appreciate Alia's performance in the film. As perhaps the only sole female-led film to cross well over 150 crores, Gangubai Kathiawadi made Alia Bhatt the most successful actress in the Indian film industry today. Since then, I've been following Alia's career closely, and why not? My excitement grew even more when I learned Alia had signed a Hollywood project a few months later. But then I never heard anything about it until now. As it turns out, Alia's supposed Hollywood project is simply a vanity action movie for Netflix starring Gal Gadot in the lead. What?
Great practical joke, Jim. Got me go to the annex. No, God! No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Alia's Hollywood debut seems to be following the same track that Priyanka Chopra or Deepika Padukone took, where they were marketed as being a major part of the movie in Indian and other Asian markets, but had very limited roles when you actually saw those films. Priyanka Chopra has managed to break out of that image and maintain her status as a big name in Hollywood. But what big Hollywood projects has she worked on? Oh yeah, Matrix 4, but Matrix 4 was horrible. In any case, what I'm trying to say is, Alia made a huge mistake here. In order to not be overshadowed by another female actress like Gal Gadot, she should have waited until she had a mainstream lead role come to her, if it even took a couple of years. The choices Alia Bhatt has made in the past few years, as well as her performances in those films, have been far superior to Gal Gadot's in forever. It surprises me that Alia Bhatt is doing this film, and more importantly that she has selected this style of film for her Hollywood debut. You can tell from the trailer what kind of film this is, even though the film hasn't come out in completion yet. See, there's no grudge from my side against this film or its makers, or even the people who enjoy watching these kinds of films, but one has to realize that these companies target these kinds of average action movies at what they define as a general audience. It feels insulting to watch a movie like this because it feels like it was written by a robot with a mathematical algorithm with its dumbed down logic and unauthentically artificial scripting, because they think that's how much people can comprehend as being what entertainment is. As harsh as it sounds, but there's nothing wrong with that too, except if that's what general public likes, then filmmakers like Martin Scorsese, James Cameron, and Christopher Nolan should all sit in a circle and set their filmographies on fire. What a joke. As technology advances, the number of genius stories waiting to be adapted grows. It's disheartening to see that big companies see entertainment as this average product, but you know how it works. Why don't they spend millions of dollars making something that will actually make a lot of money, instead of wasting millions on these average films and series? Why don't they put that money into one big project and risk something once in a while? As a result of the challenge, the drama, and the hope and fear of it alone, it will be an entertaining experience just to make that project. Is it possible for a film like Heart of Stone to make as much money as Top Gun Maverick or Avatar? The answer is no. Not in 100 years, and not even after that. And Netflix well knows that, so the question is, why? So please Alia, don't do a film like this ever again, and I hope you'll bounce back like Priyanka Chopra did, and go on to deliver better performances like you did with Gangubai, Razi, Urta Punjab, Dear Zindagi, among others. Bye bye.